This is Hood Love TV, where you live, love, and learn. Today, I'll be talking about everybody hates Smitty and Bad Mikey. Yo, what's good, y'all? What's going on, man? Got this good old turkey burger. You know what I'm saying? They mad out here. Especially these podcasters and rappers. They see me and my son about to get a couple chips. They hate him. I ain't gonna go into it at the beginning. I'm gonna wait for my co-host to pop in. Wait for Smitty to pop out. Nice turkey burger. And we're gonna go from there. You know what I'm saying? There we go. You already know what it is. What's going on?
Hey, yo, what's going on, Mikey?
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot. Damn, what you eat? You eat? Yo, you looking like G Boolin right now, son. Jay Boolin right now, the way you eating.
Crab cakes,
You ever seen Jay Boolin?
turkey burger,
You don't know who Jay Boolin is?
macaroni and cheese. Nah, who that?
He be like the
Who Jay
dude that
Booter?
the dude that be picking what he
Tater
want to eat.
tots, tater
My son
tots,
over
mac and
there
cheese,
acting like Jay Boolin right now.
mukbang.
Mukbank right now.
Yo, they mad at us, man.
They mad, bro.
Tell them why they mad. Tell them what's going on. Talk to the
I
peoples,
don't
man.
know, man. Double whammy right here. Double whammy. They smack both our channels. Double whammy.
They mad we eating, man.
Very magic. Good salmon patties.
No, these is crab cakes.
Oh my god.
This is the real deal too. There ain't no imitation crab in here. None of that.
Where you got that? What spot you got? Big that spot up. What spot you got that from?
From the coast.
From the coach?
From the coast.
Oh, from the coach.
No, they ain't paying me for promotion.
Oh, they definitely ain't paying you for no promotion. Yo,
I
salute
ain't
to
getting paid.
everybody
I ain't
out
shouting
there,
them out.
yo. Yo, let's hit this new channel, man. Hood Love Network. A lot going on in the hood. TV. Uh, let's get those channels up right now, man. We demonetized right now on both channels. Still gonna be dropping pre-records on both of these channels, but let's get this other channel up. Both of these other channels, Hood Love Network, and a lot going on in the Hood TV, man. Nah, that food definitely looking
Yo,
fire right
yo,
now.
shout the peoples out, man. Tef in the building. I'm showing Tef. You know, Tef.
I want to get a screenshot. Like, you doing a lot of things. I look good.
Yo, the crab cakes, turkey burger, mac and cheese, tater tots. Yo, they mad we eating out here. They mad we eating out here. They mad we eating out here.
Yo,
They mad we eating.
I'm gonna hit you back when I'm finished.
I
See that name I
Yo,
said, I'm gonna hit you
yeah,
back.
yeah, just shout the people out. The people can hear you. Shout the people out, Tef.
Hey yo,
Let me hold on. Let me large this. Yo, there you go, Tef. Yo, Smitty, holla at Tef.
Yo, Tef, what it do, brethren? What's good? What's good? What's good,
I'm getting
family?
ready to go feed these people. I don't want these people to buy it or nothing. You know what I mean? But they don't get
Nah,
that food to get crazy. So
no
I'm
doubt.
gonna get ready to go feed these people. And I'm gonna shout out y'all later. Yo, y'all have a good one, man. It's beautiful outside. I don't know how it is up there, but it's lovely, man. It's crazy sunny.
Oh no, it's about to get hit. We about to get hit with a storm up here, bro.
Oh, we about to get hit crazy.
I was watching some shit, but down here it's sunny. You see the weather. You see what it is.
Oh, it's looking beautiful.
I can't even sleep through this type of weather. Like when I wake up in the morning, the sun be shaking me up, man.
Right.
Yo, I'm gonna hit you later. Go ahead and do your thing. I finished up my little menu, so I'm gonna do what I'm doing.
All right, bro. I'm gonna hit you back, you heard?
Hey, yo, salute to the peoples, man. What's going down, man? Blickham City on us, man.
So they blicked. They blicked Smitty channel too. They took his monetization. They see us going up. That's these hating ass rappers. That's these. Let me tell you something. This ain't regular people doing this shit. This is other podcasters. This is these fake ass rappers coming over here. That's who's doing this shit. These dudes know me. These are some sucker ass dudes, bro. Now, if I was on my old shit, running down on these dudes, booking them, doing the shit we used to do, I guess everybody would be happy then. These bozo dudes be running their mouth until dudes get on some bullshit. Like, come on, bro. Like, leave dudes
Nah,
alone.
definitely, I feel that way too, man.
Like,
It's
come
like
on,
these
bro.
dudes got a little advantage because, like I'm saying, like if we talk about dudes in the industry, you know, being that their name is kind of trademark, you know, they get a alarm, you know what I'm saying, to either strike or what's the name. But if you can't take the heat, you understand what I'm saying? Then don't, you know what I mean? Don't do stupid shit because we gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do dumb shit. You do dumb shit, we gonna report it. This is the dirty sector. You don't like it, that's your problem.
Yo, bro. But the thing is this. It's all kind of people doing that. It's not just them doing that. They ain't stop. I don't eat off this. I don't live off YouTube, so I don't really. Don't get me wrong. I can come up here and go in on a blank channel because this shit don't feed me really.
Right,
I'm gonna get a check. All the shit I got, it ain't come from YouTube.
right.
Just saying, my life ain't made off of YouTube, bro. You heard? I come up here and
Uh,
talk my talk, and we be doing our things. Might get some gas money, and I'm not talking about weed. I'm talking about gas. I might get $100 to some light work.
right.
My money don't come from here. Come on, they demonetized myself, and demonetized a lot going on TV, bro. This just happened in like the span of 2 weeks. You see what I'm
Like
saying?
2 weeks,
About a week, right?
a week. They like a couple days ago. You told me the channel was demonetized, and now, um, I wake up the next couple days and mine's is, you know. But you know what? I look at it like this, man. You know, the devil is always working. You know, regardless of what, that don't put no dent, you know what I'm saying, and what we got going on because, you know, we planned on doing you know, bigger and better things anyway. So this is probably giving us time to reevaluate, sit back, and push forward. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. It's a blessing in disguise. Some of this stuff be blessings in disguise, bro. You
Right.
heard?
I agree.
Some of this stuff be blessings in disguise, you heard?
I agree.
You go over and get busy. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
let me tell you, and when they do that, you know you moving the needle. They're not gonna do that to nobody that they don't care about.
Right.
They doing that shit because they know we moving the needle. They watching us and they ain't watching them. You know what I'm saying? We gonna stay consistent though. We gonna stay consistent. We gonna stay with the other channels. We gonna do our own thing. We gonna stay consistent with y'all though. I don't
Right.
even care about that. I'm gonna stay consistent. I'm gonna still give them out the good content. I'm still do the things that we doing. These dudes hate us, bro.
Nah,
We got a
that's a
bunch of
fact.
hating ass dudes, bro.
That's a fact. I feel a lot of hate. I'm saying I don't see too much support. You know what I'm saying? We got our our core base audience. Salute to everybody that come out support. You know what I mean? All the brothers that sit up here, you know what I'm saying? Countless nights we done sat up here a couple hours, y'all done sat up here with us. You know, that's real support, man. You know what I'm saying? All the donations, you know what I mean? Brooklyn Crook, you know what I mean? And other countless other brothers that donated, G'd up Quinn, you know what I mean?
Support, donate, share,
Yeah.
like, and follows,
New
all
York,
that
New
counts.
York, Nikki baby. So we appreciate all the support that come off that end. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, you know what I mean? Like, but we definitely see the hate as well. You know what I'm saying? We don't see the real, you know what I'm saying? Not that we asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, we got our own stories, like Mikey B said, you know what I mean? You know,
But you know what? We go against the culture though.
what you
Our
mean?
content goes against the culture. I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna drop another great video later too, so y'all gotta tap in. But our content go against the culture, bro. And I'm talking about we ain't telling people to destroy themselves. We not trying to lead kids to destruction, and that's why we demonetized, bro.
Right.
They don't want to hear that shit up here. They don't want to hear us telling them our life and how we changed and how we a different person than what we was and we made it out and we doing the right thing now. They don't want us hearing us kicking that shit to these kids out here, bro.
No, I agree with you. I
They don't
definitely
want to
agree
hear
with
that
you.
shit, bro. They wanna keep niggas up here that's talking nonsense that never really did live the life, bro. We respect it because we really lived the life. We changed our ways. We still doing good. We still successful. We successful, bro. Don't believe that you've been out here for 5 years or how long you been home right now, bro?
Shit. Going on like 5, 6 years now.
It's a blessing. But no, we
Five,
changed
six
the
years I ain't been in that pen.
bro. We changed the trajectory of our lives and the people that watch us. We are motivating them as well. And
Right.
that's why they always gonna hate on black people, bro. They always gonna hate on a black man that's gonna come up here and talk the right. We telling our real history and the shit that we've been through, and we
Right.
reacting on things that's going on from our perspective, bro. But our story, our core content is for the betterment of the black youth and black people, bro.
I agree with you.
They always gonna be against us, bro. They always gonna hate on that. I done heard YouTubers say, we don't hear that. We don't want to hear that righteous shit. We don't want to hear that good shit. Nobody want to hear that. And this is how they try to fade you out when you got these messages, bro. You heard? So we gotta stay on content. We gotta stay down. We gotta stay on our shit, bro. Real
No,
talk,
I
bro.
agree with you on that, bro. That's why, yo, listen.
Gotta
You
stay
know, I
down,
have
bro.
many, I had many
There's other places
opportunities.
than YouTube to get money. Excuse me. Gotta go.
You know, I had many opportunities to sell out the culture. You understand what I'm saying? And get
Right.
along and be disrespectful and play the game that everybody. I could have sat up here and got very disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying with a lot of people, but I chose not to. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my mom still got to walk around. You understand what I'm saying? My brother still got to walk around, and they got to walk around some of the toughest places in Brooklyn. You feel what I'm saying? So I
Right.
don't want that shit, you know, to fall on them. You know what I mean? Being a content creator, somebody not, you know what I'm saying, coming up here disrespecting somebody else. So, you know, I had to think for others as well. And plus, it's like, you know, once you've been through certain things in life, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to see, harm to nobody else, man. You know what I mean? Like,
But
I put so much people through so much shit, man. It's like, I don't even want to see that shit happen to nobody else, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. I've been through so much. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. You know, I don't want these young brothers to be out here looking like jail is something to glorify. You know what I mean? Like to have, you know, uh some type of status in a gang is something to glorify. You know what I
but
mean?
what?
Like
Let me
we
ask
need
you
to
this:
start what?
jail's not nothing to glorify. Street life is not nothing to glorify. That's all they do in hip hop.
Right.
That's all they do.
That's all they do.
You got a bunch of fake gangsters that never put no work in on the internet talking gang shit.
Right. But we never, you know what I dislike, bro, is that we never ever give flowers to the brother that still trying to invent things in his world. Um, the black brothers that went to college. You understand what I'm saying? The black brothers that don't have a record. The black brothers that got college degrees, business, A1 credit. You understand what I'm
Right,
saying? Why we never give those brothers flowers? You know what I'm
right,
saying? Why we calling those brothers to sell out when they really true indeed the real ones? You
right.
understand? The actual real men of this black community. You
Yo,
feel
salute
what I'm
everybody
saying?
pulling up.
Like real
Leonardo
talk.
Griffith. Yeah, you right, bro. You right about that. And I'm not saying, we do commend it, but there's a
Not
negative,
enough.
there's a negative algorithm though. Yo, Wolfpack, yo, Chef, what up? Salute to everybody pulling up.
Yo, DT, salute, bro.
Oh, get up out of here. See, deuces. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's like Leonardo Griffith, yo, salute. Yeah, bro, but it should be. It should be, polished around, our community more. You understand? I don't feel like, dudes take it, you know, um, take those brothers into consideration. I think they get walked over. I think their accomplishments definitely get looked over. You understand what I'm saying? They stance in our community. They belittled because of how proper they might talk or the degrees they might have achieved, or just because they not into popping pills or drinking every day. So you know, I just feel like, man, like we gotta take more accountability for that, man. Like we glorify too much nonsense. You feel what I'm saying? We
Right.
glorify too much nonsense. We really need to start, getting back to the roots. You know what I'm saying? Of righteousness. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not
Right.
talking about holy, oh, yo, assalamu alaikum, yo. No, righteousness don't have, it's within yourself. When you righteous within yourself, it's like your love come off a different way.
Right.
It comes off a different way. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because you don't want nobody to be unknowledged of a situation. You the teacher. You know what I'm saying? You the healer. You everything in one. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
I done heard dudes up there talking about people kids, people mothers, and talked about people kids in wild ways. We don't do none of that type of shit, bro. We don't do none of that, bro. I done heard all kind of stories on the internet. I done heard all kind of stuff on the internet. We don't do none of that.
I agree.
But they still I'm telling you what it is, bro. Because we dudes that made it out of the streets got a positive message. Strong black men that got a positive message, bro. They don't want that shit. And we militant. We don't got, there's a lot of strange stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff going on out here. I ain't hating on nobody or what they got going on, but we ain't on that. Our images of strong black men that survived and made it out the hood and are successful, bro. They don't want to see successful black men in America, bro. This shit is not about that. Why you think they kill our leadership all the time? Why you think they kill our leadership, bro? Because they don't want to see strong black men. They don't want the image of brothers like us that came home, that made it out, that's doing the right thing, that can give a good message to these kids on doing right, on making it out of the streets, and on changing your life. We did that shit, bro. We are role models of that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yo, bro. I'm convinced that, like, far as this industry is concerned, and far as the black man concerned, we've been sold each other's out. You know what I'm saying? Before the days of, what I mean, before our time. You know what I'm saying? As black men, we all know we've been sold out by our own people. You feel what I'm saying?
It's still
Um,
going on right now.
yeah, I know that. It's still going on right now. That's why brothers like us would never be able, I mean, not in a sense, excuse me, let me rephrase that. Brothers wouldn't be able to win, not be able, we wouldn't be able to win in a world like that because there's so much confusion, so much destruction, and we're not living that life. You know what I'm saying today? You know, to me, it's just pathetic, man. You know what I mean? Like even with the rap game with Crazy Bone. Remember that episode with Crazy Bone, and he said that the dudes came, the executives, these dudes came through with suits on in the back and said, "Yo, this is what you're gonna do. This is the message you're gonna give out." Blah 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 blah, and that's when hip hop started changing. You feel what I'm saying? That's so much of how they did in the world back in the days, how the black man they sold, you know what I'm saying? Like we just sellouts, man. You know what I'm saying? We sell out for anything, man. You know what
Yo,
I
you
mean?
see what you see what Mike Myers said?
What?
People want to see you do good, but not better than them. That statement is facts, you heard?
Ah,
So we had a
facts.
lot of dudes that was rooting for us. Once they seen us like this, going like this, a lot of that shit stopped, you heard? Dudes is like, hold up. Wait, these dudes is really serious. They about to really go. But you can't stop that shit, bro. This is God, and it's all kind of platforms to get paid off, bro.
Right.
It's all kind of platforms to get. I'm monetized on Instagram. I'm monetized on Facebook too. I'm monetized
Facts.
on I'm monetized on TikTok too.
Right.
They can't stop no money. They can't stop no show, bro. That's one thing. Like I was just looking at 50. They blocked his ass out of New York. All these sucker dudes in New York. He hot, yeah, you hot. He said, yeah, I was gangster, but I was too gangster. Irv and them had the power. They blocked Son out. Son had to go to Detroit and LA to get a deal, bro.
Right. Facts.
And he was the hottest rapper in New York. He was the hottest mixtape rapper in New York at that time. But that's what these dudes do in this industry. That's what these dudes do in New York, bro. You got a bunch of haters, bro. You got a bunch of
Nah,
that's
I
why
ain't gonna
these
front New York. New York is the biggest city of dick riders of all time.
where did that shit come? We all went to jail, bro. We wasn't dick riders like that,
Yo,
bro, when we
bro,
fall
back
with the
in the
jail.
days, if you was back in the days in my hood, like if you was on some dick ride shit, niggas used to call you a swinger. Like, yo, son, why you swinging, man? Get off that man balls, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's so much of an all-time high. Like, dude, like I be seeing dudes on the gram coming together, ganging up together, and just be sucking each other balls. Don't know a man from nowhere, and like never met him, never like just be sucking. Like, come on, son, stop it. New York is horrible, man. We want to be. We don't know if we want to be Bloods, Crips, GDs, folks, Latin King. We don't know what identity we want to be, bro. We want to
And you know
be
what?
everything in every other city but New York. We want to jack everything but New York.
Hey, yo, check it out.
It's nasty, man.
Yo,
That
check it
shit is
out.
like Dick Rider City. Pause.
You say that, right? The illest shit about New York is this. Dudes will be one gang. Once their gang start faded, they'll switch over to a whole nother gang.
What?
Yo, New York is wow.
It's over.
New
Like
York, I'm
what?
looking, yo, I'm seeing all these dudes. I'm seeing all this news of all these dudes turning gorilla, all these different dudes. If you got the once you got the movement, dudes just gonna get on that wave. They don't got no problem with switching. They don't care how it look. And I'm talking about not like if you got some shit going on in your own gang and you make a move inside your own situation and do something because of whatever you're going through. These dudes will go to the opposition. These dudes will join up with the opposition and really be like, don't get me, that shit is crazy though. I mean,
Listen.
and don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying like people go through stuff. But it's to a point. It's to a point where it's like, let me tell you something, bro. I'm a passionate dude. I love hard. My passion makes me successful in whatever I put my mind to. I'm passionate. That's not what my energy. I got great energy. I got great spirit. No matter if I work a 9 to 5, no matter what I do, I excel in that shit. You heard? I excel. And let me tell you something. Giving our energy to all this different shit. I can't give my energy to certain people no more. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm not being around dudes. I'm 50 years old. I'm not being around dudes. I'm not being around a bunch of fake dudes. I'm not being around no fake energy, bro. You don't love me. You want to, do what you do and mess with this dude and that. Stay over there. That shit is easy, bro. I do not need you in my life. I don't need no people. I don't need nothing. I'm good. I'm great. I'm
Yeah,
great. I'm great with a couple of friends in my family, bro. You
that's
gotta
it.
tighten. You gotta tighten up right now. You know what they say. The back door is open.
Back doors. Listen, bro. I done seen dudes in New York,
The back door is open.
right? Listen, two, we know two new known sets in New York that been warring for the longest, right? The Mac Ballers and the Bloodhound Brims. I done seen the nigga turn Mac Baller, then turn Bloodhound, turn Mac Baller again, and then turn Bloodhound. Yo,
Get
son.
out of here. You like four bitches back and forth.
Yo, he probably Mac again. I
That's
don't
wild.
even know.
Dudes, dudes will go with whoever's in power. That's one thing about.
Come on, man.
One thing I learned about the sets, like, and all that stuff going on, is that you don't want a bunch of dudes that you don't know. You don't want to be around a bunch of people that you don't know. You don't want to be around all that shit. That's only going to give you more chances to let in busters, to let in snakes, to let in rivals or whatever, CIs or whatever. I'm just saying, if you out in the streets, you around all these people. This is more. Why you think? Why you think all these dudes be getting back doors? We've been watching videos, dudes on the same block, clipping each other. Let me tell you something, bro. It's a known fact. Most people get killed by people they know. You really it's a rare thing when you hear something happen to somebody and it comes from outside of who you know.
Right.
So you gotta keep your circle tight, bro. My circle, I'm telling you, bro, if you don't listen now, that back door is open in New York, bro. Look at all the dudes that was messing with Jim Jones and these dudes. Now they messing with Max B.
Listen. I say,
He
yo,
got the wave.
I
Max B
vibe
got
with
the
one
wave.
dude on a daily basis, man. I don't put myself out there. You understand what I'm saying? Especially in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't trust dudes nowadays. The back door definitely be open with these niggas. So, you know what I mean? Like I can't put myself on the line. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just can't. I just can't. I refuse to. You know what I mean? I refuse to because I see what what dudes is going through in these days and time. It's how it's so easily it is to get caught up, you know what I'm saying, and be that statistic and be that one that's sitting up in MDC or MCC or somewhere in fucking California or something because you on the phone talking to somebody. You know what I mean? That's why I said if you are no longer a gang member or gang banging, um, I think you should stay away from, the conversations, the lingo, um, just trying to involve yourself in anything that has to do with the gang. You feel what I'm saying? Because, you
But
know,
would you so you saying people shouldn't tell their stories?
no, I'm not saying about the stories. When you telling your stories, um, it should always be a message behind it and, some type of, lesson behind it,
So you
but
saying people shouldn't speak about what they want to speak about?
no, 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 no.
Nah, I mean, if you saying,
I'm saying
I understand what you're
I'm saying the
saying,
average person that's in the streets, that's not on a podcast, that's not speaking on a podcast, a dude that just your average gang member that's waking up every day that said, yo, I'm tired of being gang. I don't want to be gang no more. You understand? I'm not gang no more. You understand? You should separate yourself from the gang totally. Don't have one foot in and one foot out.
but I don't think speaking on your past or speaking on anything put
No,
makes
I'm
you a
not,
part of
nah,
a
you can
gang.
speak on your past, but I'm saying dudes continue to, you know, lingo, yo, see an old brother that he seen that he was putting in work with. Yo, East Side. Oh, yo, East Side. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You're not East Side no more.
So,
You're not East Side no more.
so,
Why you East Side in this dude? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be spitting no lingo. You a non-affiliate now. You're a neutral. You're a 550.
to some people,
No,
hear me
it's
out, hear me out, hear me out. Hold on, 'cause let me finish. Because some people feel like in these gangs, they feel like once you took that oath, you're a part of this gang forever. I don't care what you think or what you say, you still a part of this gang. What about that?
we know in New York it don't work like that, bro. Because
But
if that was the case,
some dudes, I had a mother, yo, you hear me, bro? Real,
listen,
I had a motherfucker tell me, like, yo, bro. I said, yeah, bro. You know, I'm not retired. I left that behind. He said, what? He was like, man, you in that shit for life. You heard? I had a dude
nah,
tell me that he wasn't even a New York blood.
not
This
listen.
a this is
I
a
don't care
real
about none of
California
that.
blood. This is a real California blood. They like, I'm like, y'all is tripping. And in California, they crazy as hell. You know, salute to all of them over there, what they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it. You know what I mean? I want to see them change too. But they gotta learn their lessons. They got shit
They
to go through. I guess God, he ain't put his hands on them yet.
they
And
fronting.
he
They be
ain't deal with
fronting,
that shit.
bro. They be fronting. There's dudes right now that's from California that drop their flag. That's non-affiliates. You understand what I'm saying? That's no longer blood. So they pick and choose just like everybody else in every other state, bro. Feel what I'm saying?
Right. But they don't what I have heard them say themselves, like I learned a lot during the Drop Your Flag Challenge about their culture. They were saying like even if because I'm not from California, I never been over there banging or I don't know none of that shit. They ain't
You
never
ain't go to California with OG Mac?
Nah, I ain't go to California with OG Mac. I wasn't in that ride. I wasn't in that G ride, you heard? I was not in that G ride right there. Taking that Cali trip with OG Mac in the red El Dorado. I was not in that ride,
Yeah,
you heard?
yeah, was it the Rick and Hunted Millers?
I was not in that ride, you heard? When they took that ride out west, I was not in it, you heard?
Yo, yo, Jim.
Yo, you tripping. I was not in that ride, you heard? But
Oh shit.
that's the real shit though. The real thing is it's like, don't get me wrong, I don't knock nobody getting money.
Right.
All these dudes is doing is using it is using it to get their bread. I ain't mad.
Facts.
Get your money. But like China was selling, when you just about being you not that for the real reasons and you only about that for bread, then it's like you selling the bees. The bees is you selling whatever gang is folk or whatever crip or whatever. If you only about the money for that shit, and don't get me wrong, some crews is getting together for their bread. I'd rather dudes get together and get some money together and join an organization to get some money. And I'm talking about legitimate money. I ain't promoting no negative money. But I'd rather see dudes come together for that than to be destroying each other, destroying their community, destroying their own people in their community, shooting dudes up the block that you grew up with because they repping whatever color, other color. So I'd rather
Yo,
see dudes. Go ahead, go
yo,
ahead.
I'm stuck. Like, nah, for real. I get what you're saying about the money thing. You know what I'm saying about crews coming together. Because now that you say that, like the Max, I don't even look at them like a gang. I look at them as a gang because where they, you know what I mean, they origin, where they come from. You know what I mean, they background. But um, to me, like the Max involved into like just the organization to get money dudes and little fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Like I said, I would like to see. I love to see dudes coming together to get some legitimate money. Now, if
Nah,
you gonna come
that's what I'm
together,
saying. That's the brothers. That's what they did.
if you coming together to get money, if you coming together to get some of a legit bag, then I respect that. You know what I'm saying? And if you coming together to do your own thing, that's on you as a man. You coming together to do some bullshit, you know, you know, we'll see how that works out. But me, if you coming together and organizing your people to be successful, because that's success. That's success. I
He
would like
said,
to see I would like to see more of that. You see what I'm saying? Instead of, kids, a bunch of kids in LA fighting on Martin Luther King Day. That's wild. They wild out here, you heard?
I mean, come on. I mean, come on. What you expect? What did you expect for them to do? They bang on
Squabble
each
up.
other. They bang
Squabble
on
up.
each other. They bang on each other. They got the Mexicans out there looking at them. I just don't know. LA, I ain't gonna front. I love my brothers because I love my brothers and who they are, and that we share the same color. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, California dudes, they kind of disappoint me. You know what I'm saying? Because they be so quick to bang on each other. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to the, Latino community, because they haven't realized they're a part of us yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but them dudes, they bang on the brothers and shit. They let a lot of shit slide, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just don't be jacking them. A lot of shit that they do, they be acting on tough and hard, and you know what I mean, super gang banged out, and it's just like, come on, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all
Yo,
quick to go against each other, but the essays is right there, taking over all of y'all neighborhoods now. You know what I'm
yo, I
saying?
ain't. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy though, bro.
You know?
Nah, it's crazy, bro. But real talk though, bro. What you think? What you think about why do I know why, but why you think Fat Joe keep riding the dirty section like that?
Because Fat
It's
Joe, let me
It's
let
popular.
me let me explain something to you, right? Hold on.
It's popular to talk about.
Yeah, it's popular to talk about. Not only that, hold on. I gotta charge my shit back up. Damn. Right? But let me explain something to you, Mikey. The reason why Fat Joe is so interested and keep talking about the dirty sector is because of the simple fact that um Nobody wants to be up there with the preppy boys, with the Joe Buttons and Gilly the kids. They not
But they
talking about
eating.
nothing.
They eating.
They not, huh?
They eating.
But they're not talking about nothing. They're not. We don't listen. Who really looks at Joe Buttons right
I
now?
ain't gonna lie. I mean, he got his own followers,
But
but I
who? Let's
guess
come
he don't
on,
got the streets. Yo,
Mikey.
great God, peace.
Let's keep it real. Who's looking at Nori right now? Dudes ain't looking. Dudes is watching dudes on the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to these dudes that's making content on the Instagram. You know what I mean? I don't know if your name is trademark, so I ain't saying your name. But a lot of dudes know who's been on Instagram making a lot of content, doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? And those are the dudes that they're in tune with. They're not in tune with the Joe Buttons no more. That's what even Gilly the Kid said it. Gilly the Kid had an interview with Joey Badass, right?
Yep.
And he said, yo, these dudes, these younger dudes coming up in the game, you know what I'm saying, with more information and more search and such, more little swag than me. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm gonna put him on, you know what I'm saying, and let him in the game so he could take my spot from me eating? Nah. You feel what I'm saying? So Fat Joe, he gonna keep throwing dirt on the game, making it seem like we just the bottom of the barrel. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, he loves to be in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the hood is at. The hood is in the dirty sector, in the bottom, where we at. You understand? Dudes still trying to reach that top. You understand what I'm saying?
He
At the end
said,
of the
but
day.
the crazy shit is he said stuff about the dirty sector in like 4 different videos though.
Exactly
I
because
was
he
like,
want the
Jada
smoke.
checked him like, and I ain't even make no video about Son because I'm tired of talking about Son. I see what he trying to do. He see Jim Jones got it lit, like, and dudes is going at him. He want dudes to go back and forth with him. I'm not doing that. He want dudes to go back and forth with him so his name could be in the algorithm and he could be the #1 page on that Explorer when they come up. That's why dudes is doing that, you heard?
Yeah,
I ain't
but I
putting them dudes in my titles no more. I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah, I
So
ain't jacking that at all. You know what I mean? Salute to Jada, you know what I'm saying, for checking him. You know what I'm saying? Jada always been, ground zero. You know what I'm saying? Jada always been ground zero. Jada always been feet to the ground. You know what I mean? Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, wherever. You gonna see Jada at popping up. You know what I'm saying? A real one. You know what I'm saying? And he said something real on that podcast. Yo, let them dudes get their bag. You
right,
rich. You got
right.
money. You
He's like,
understand? Dudes
he
trying
was
to
like,
come
that's
up
my
and get they
niggas. He was like, that's my niggas. Let them eat.
that's my niggas because he know these are the same niggas that he was seeing on the visiting floor when he was coming to see his uncle in Washington. I used to see that nigga come up on the VI and see his uncle in Washington.
On the visit floor, bro, I seen Jada install it. We
I'm
was in a
just saying.
section. I was in a section. He came in the section. As soon as he came in, he seen me. He dapped me up. Jada got a soul with my coda fitted.
This
These
is what I'm
dudes know. These dudes know who we is, bro. This ain't no. We was legendary before they was, bro.
no,
We were. I
exactly.
was legendary in New York before they was, bro. They
Now
was
yo,
mixtape. They was coming up, but dudes already knew us before they knew these dudes, bro. Maybe Fat
exactly,
Joe is a little.
exactly.
Fat Joe was a little. He came out like 9'2". The Flow Joe came out like 9'2". So he got time on Jada. He's a statesman. But all the rest of these dudes that came out in the 2000s and 9/8s and all that, we was all our names was bigger than these dudes' names before that, bro. And let me tell you something. You see how you see how the whole internet went at them calling Son capping, said Son was capping.
Yeah.
They got fake stories. You don't. I mean, we don't call cap with dudes that we know from jail that came up here. We don't call cap and call shit out, right?
Right.
But on the same token, our stories is real. These dudes got a bunch of fake stories. They can't just get up there and go in like us. They can't compete, and that's why they would shut our dust down.
Right.
They know once we start telling our stories, once we start talking about our life, like autobiographical work, it's over. They can't compete. The music they made was about us, about dudes like me. I was in the industry before I went to prison, bro. In 1996, bro. I was
Right.
running around. I met Puff Daddy. I met Hove. All these billionaires. I met them when they was millionaires or just coming up.
Right.
You got two things playing back there, bro.
Nah,
You sound scratchy. You said you got
hold
something
on.
else playing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whole party. Yeah, bro. But I
Yo,
seen
Mikey
Jada.
B, Mikey B and Smitty Loke,
Hey,
aka.
they tripping.
Hey, yo, my son Guy, always on one. You are
That's what I'm saying, and that's the whole thing. Jada, he came in the stallers. He came. Mano was there that day. Jim Jones, all of them was in there that night. You know what I'm saying? Jada came to our side. Mano and them was on the other. They had a section on the other side. Jada came in a section with us. He came in, dapped us up. He had his little crew. We had ours. You know what I'm saying? We did us. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no groupie shit. I ain't take no flicks with son or nothing like that because we was in there doing our own thing. We think we was promoting some music that night or something. So we was in there doing our own thing. So it wasn't no. But these dudes know who he is, bro. Don't never think like with um Hassan and Harlem and all of them getting their deal or getting. They've been watching them dudes. They've been stealing content, bro. What you think that was? You heard? They've been watching dudes and stealing content, bro. That's what they doing. They stealing our styles. They stealing our flows. They stealing lingo. They doing that whole shit, bro. Now you want to throw Franks on. Now you want to throw Franks on your show. Yo, Great God, what up, bro?
yeah, nah, great God, salute, peace. Now I think that was like that's why I said when he invited dudes to the Frank, it it pardon me. To me, it was like he
Dirty
wanted to
section
play the dirt.
activity, bro.
He wanted to be
Dirty
he,
section activity, bro.
yes, he wanted to play dirty games, but not knowing how dirty it could get. You know what I'm
But
saying? You got family, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think you understand
it's a
how the
play though,
dirty
just like he
sector,
did. It's he's dirty though, but he did it, bro. He been doing it in his music. Even little Bow Wow throwing it up. B2K Crip walking like that's what's up. He been going at dudes. Joe been messy. He been getting into stuff. Terror Squad. They was on stuff. Pun Dis 50. So Joe been messy. Don't get it twisted like Joe ain't been messy. He got it in with Rock Nation. Think he was beefing with G Unit. Joe and Terror Squad, they definitely been active as far as on on bullshit time. And I'm not saying that they wasn't. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not
right?
saying specifically Fat Joe wasn't. But what he's doing now is he's using dirty sector tactics. That's
Jake,
all dirty sector. He's trying to take over the dirty sector. That's a takeover move. You see this? You see what Hassan Campbell said, right? I built this over here. You're gonna have to go through me.
mm.
That is, bro.
Yeah, I just look at it as Fat Joe being a lame. You know what I'm saying? I I know this can't be the Bronx activities. I know this can't be Bronx activities, man.
Nah,
You
but
know what
it's
I'm
not. Let
saying?
me tell you something. For him to say the dirty sector all those times on that platform, bro.
Right.
For one, they are a platform with investors, producers, writers, editors. They did that for a specific reason. That wasn't by accident, bro.
Right.
That was on purpose to promote. You think they don't know what they're gonna talk about when they go up there, bro?
Mm.
You think Fat Joe just threw that out there about the dirty sector when they went up there? Like, yeah, out of nowhere? You think that stuff is not scripted before they go up there?
Of course, man. We
All
I
right.
mean,
All right. So if it's scripted, that means it was purposely done for a reason. That's scripted, bro. I'm a thinker, bro. I'm not a regular bozo that don't know how to do business. I know what's going on. Just wait, like everything is organic on the internet that I'm seeing. Dudes just going up there freestyling. No, they got producers, they got dudes talking to them, telling them stuff. They might got cue cards in the back. You don't know. He might the first rant that he had in the dirty sector, bro. If you look at it again, it sounds like something that was scripted. It don't
mm.
even sound like his words. It sounds like something that he practiced. The whole spiel that he said that we reacted to the first time. when he talked about the dirty sector and yo, you gotta watch the dirty sector. That was scripted, you heard?
Right.
That was scripted. That was not organically said. If you go back, it's the beginning of the show where people is definitely gonna watch it at. As soon as the show comes on, he says you gotta go watch the dirty sector when you ain't got nothing to watch. That was promotion. That
So
was
what was the so what when he told us to eat the yang? What was that?
all of that is dirty sector tactics. What you talking? What you do?
You,
What
you
happens when
what?
somebody tell you to eat the yang in the dirty
I
sector?
mean,
What
at
you?
the end of the day,
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
saying
Just ask me a question. What do
what?
you do when somebody tell you to eat the yang in a dirty sector? What happens?
I mean, you said it was organic. I'm
I'm
trying to think.
asking you. I didn't say it was organic. I said it was pre-written. I'm asking you right now. When somebody tells you, Smitty, to eat the yang in a dirty sector, what do you do?
Oh, it's Bomb City. You already
That
know.
all right. That's what he so it was purposely done. That was not by
He know
accident,
he
bro.
wanted his whole family up there. That's what he wanted.
That was not by accident. He said, yo, they talked about my mother. And I think he was specifically talking about Zip because Zip was going at him and they was going, he had a back and forth. And he had an actual back and forth with the terror squad. They was responding, not maybe not Fat Joe itself, but Miami, other dudes in Terror Squad was reacting. You see what I'm saying? They was actually saying stuff. So it was a back and forth. It's not he got to know about Zip. So I don't know what he's talking about. Their family. He said, "Yo, they called me this, they called me that." He said all the things that dudes called him from the dirty sector. You see
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
dude.
So what he was actually doing was a reaction. Like you saying these your peoples, them niggas. He like he like, fuck them niggas, they can eat a dick. When Jada said, that's my peoples. So really, he violated Jada. If Jada saying, yo, chill, that's my peoples, and he like, fuck them, tell them to eat a dick, then really, you violating him because he's saying he cool with them, and you still doing that. You like, forget all that. But like, that was scripted. That's scripted, bro. That was for a reason. That was for dudes, all these sections, all these people with the dirty section, that was to get a reaction, bro. That was to
Right,
get a
but
reaction, bro.
yeah, but at the end of the day, he don't understand that it's gonna take more than um than him just saying, "Yo, do that." Like dudes ain't jumping on that, bro. Like you got to come down there, bro. Like for example, Queen's Flip. Queen's Flip came in the mud. Mad Fafa, they came in the mud. They came down to the dirty sector.
Right.
They popped out. It's a
Your truth,
couple
my
other.
opinion. Salute.
It's a
Got
couple
you, bro.
other
Shut up and react. Salute.
content creators that popped down in the dirty sector when the dirty sector was like could have fucked your whole career up.
you see, you see what happened to Mav Hoffa after that.
You understand what I'm
He ain't
saying?
been the
So
same. I don't know. I think it was a lot going on, but he came down here messing with the dirty sector. It ain't been the same. But
it
let me
ain't
tell
been
you
the
something.
same.
But the difference is this: Fat Joe is a certified industry gatekeeper,
Right.
certified.
Yeah, he definitely
So
you can
he
see he
not Mav Hoffa. His money, his backing is different. His backing is not the same, bro. I'm just being honest.
right,
Matt Hoffa was a battle rapper that went viral a couple of times on battle rap. I don't know how much money he got from that, and he hit the lottery with the show. It went boom, and it went. But he didn't have the chops of Fat Joe. Fat Joe been in the industry since 1992.
right,
Fat Joe was given millions of dollars by Universal for Terror Squad Records, bro. 10
right,
million? Them dudes is his mans. Oh, Jay-Z had beef. Yo, I gotta go meet with Jay-Z. You meeting with Jay-Z right now, bro? All these dudes have beef. They all talking about beef. They all squash they beef to get money. This is gatekeeping, bro. They are the gatekeepers of all this shit. And all they did was just come to YouTube to be gatekeepers, bro. They came to YouTube to be the same thing they was doing in rap, blocking dudes, getting dudes out, messing dudes money up. They came to YouTube to do the same thing. The block just changed. It's off hip hop, and now it's podcasting, now it's streaming. Here's he a gatekeeper, bro. And you know who runs the whole YouTube? Lionel Cohen's, who was what? That ran Def Jam
mm,
under Russell, gave Jay-Z. He was the one that manufactured the split between Dame Dash and Jay-Z. He was a part of that. He was inside of all of that. All these dudes together. So when they want to call a shot, when they want to call a shot to get a smaller platform demonetized, then they gonna just hit. Then they gonna just hit the channels.
Oh no,
You
I
see what I'm
agree
saying?
with you. I definitely agree with everything you saying. You know what I mean? Like I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely watching, and like I said, I feel like,
If you ain't on their
Fat
team, go ahead. I hear you, bro.
Fat Joe. They really ain't got no motion on the Jada,
Nah,
and
they got motion. You bugging, bro.
no, I mean it's not like bro. They don't got it like that,
Hear me
bro. I
out.
don't know what you
Hear
watching.
me out. Hear me out.
What are you what?
Fa-
What
Hear
are
me
you
out. Hear me out. Hear
watching?
me out,
What
bro.
numbers are you watching?
I'm telling you, Fat Joe and Jada just said they have the second best numbers right now behind. They got the second best numbers behind Shannon Sharp. I was up cleaning up my house like 3 in the morning listening to Jada. The interview with I listened to the interview with Uncle Murder, Tony Yayo, Fat Joe, and Jada. He talks about them being the second spot in views. And he said the only reason why they beating us in views right now is because Cat Williams went up there and went dumb, ran it and blew up the whole industry, and it went to 1 billion views. You got to remember, we talking about just YouTube. It's not just YouTube views. These dudes is on Spotify, Apple Music. These dudes is everywhere, bro. Don't think it's, because we watch it on YouTube. They is on other places, bro. They
But
watching them on other places in other countries. You see
right,
what I'm
I
saying?
I get what you're saying, but there's nobody really dropping anything right now. That's why they're the only ones eating, bro. You don't get
Everybody
it?
dropping. Everybody dropping. Dudes is making content. It just ain't hitting because they watching everybody else. So what they trying to do is what? Knock off all the little guys like they did in hip hop. Fade them dudes, block these dudes out. They gotta block dudes out. That's what they trying to do because there's too many content creators taking a view. This is how they looking at it. I don't agree. I think everybody can eat because basically, like Tony Yayo was saying, when I'm at home, I watch YouTube more than anything. I might watch movies with my wife at night. We'll watch some movies or whatever. And we sit back and get our movie time in or dating shows. We watch a dating show, be going in on that. But other than that, we not watching TV, bro. I don't watch TV. I might watch a game. I watch a football game. We look. They said I just heard somebody talking about how YouTube, social media faded radio. Radio is over, you heard? All of you, this is what social media faded radio, bro. Dudes
Mm,
might listen in New York, dudes will listen to 105, dudes will listen to something. But who's listening to the radio like that, bro? Dudes, I know some people that play YouTube in their car.
right,
I play Apple Music. I don't even play nothing but Apple Music in my car.
right.
I don't even got Spotify. My wife had a Spotify account. She did that. I got a family plan. My whole family uses my music, could use my music. I got a family plan. Yeah, everybody use my music, my Apple Music account.
That's
Nobody
crazy.
listens to the social media, Apple Music, all these streaming sites,
Right.
faded radio. That
No, I
was a
believe you.
part. Yeah, bro, but it's crazy, bro.
I believe you. 65 in the building, man. Let's go to the new channels, man. Hood Love Network.
The
You
Hood Love
understand?
Network.
Make sure y'all tap in. A lot going on in the Hood TV.
I'll
And
probably be
one
dropping a
word.
video over there later. I'm gonna
Yeah.
drop a video to there today, bro. I got some important stuff to talk about. I'm gonna drop it over here too, though. But because it's like it's near and dear to my heart. What I was telling you about, I ain't gonna talk about it now. You heard?
Right,
But
right, right.
I'm gonna drop a video on that. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, that shit is just like that's a hard video. You know what I mean?
Nah, facts. I get what you're saying on that one.
That's a hard one. You heard?
I definitely get what you're saying on that one, man.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
gonna
hard
be
one. But I'm gonna drop it. I gotta do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a hard one.
right, right,
But yeah, bro, these dudes, they left that. And the same dudes that empowered them in the music industry are empowering them in the YouTube. Same people, bro.
nah, no
Same
difference.
same people, bro.
No difference.
Same people, bro. Same people, bro. So you
Trust me.
gotta you gotta look for these things to be happening. But the only thing about this shit, the good thing about this shit is only you can fade yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You could still
They
move
they can't stop your money. They cannot stop it, bro. You gotta stay on. You gotta stay down. You gotta stay on it. It's other places to eat. It's other places to monetize. It's other places to get money. You gotta just stay on your content, stay on your stuff, and get and eat, bro. They gonna hate. You know what I'm saying? And the more you go up, they're gonna hate more. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? The more you go up, they're gonna hate more. You heard?
Right. No, I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that, bro.
But we
You
got our
know?
own lane. We got our own lane. We built our own. We built our own team. We got our own. We got our own people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we rising up. More people's catching on to us, and that's what they see. So that's why they trying to get ahead of that and dead that. You see what I'm saying? More people catching on to us. More people seeing that we real. The cream of the crop always rise to the top, regardless. No matter where you coming from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And they. I ain't gonna lie. You know who I was watching too last night?
Yeah.
I watched. I didn't watch the whole thing. I heard a clip. I heard a clip from um. What's the name of it? Let's rap about it. I heard a new clip from a new episode they got, and they asked the question. The question they asked is if you if you coming from the industry as a rapper, do you have a up on everybody else that's podcasting? Does your influence does your influence have a up on everybody that's podcasting? You know, and they discussed it. Of course, Jim Jones said he did. Mano tried to like swerve it. Matter of fact, hold on, let me try to find it. Find a clip I was listening to. I forgot why I was listening to it at. I forgot where I was listening to it at. But what you think about that, bro? You heard me? Smitty, you good? I'm gonna try to find this video for y'all. I don't know what's up with Smitty. I don't know what's up with Smitty, but I'm trying to find this video for y'all.
You can't hear me?
I hear you now.
Oh, all right. So what I said is that the brothers with the that come from the industry, they have a advantage due to the fact that they in tune with other artists. Say if something happened big with an artist, they able to pull that artist up. They able to give us old footage of things that went down in the past. They what I mean, like it's more it's more of a a play for them than us giving them some street shit or something that happened on a bid. That's exciting and all that, but that million views gonna come from that celebrity. You know what I mean? So
Right,
they do have an advantage. You know what I'm saying? They have an advantage. They able to some brothers that starting podcasts off that's not financially um stable, and don't have the money to get the equipment for certain things. That's why it shouldn't be nothing for a person to donate when a brother's up here with his craft and serious about his craft. You feel what I'm saying? Because certain dudes might need that. Certain dudes probably not up here asking you for it because they probably feel ashamed or something like that. But certain dudes probably really need it. You know what I mean?
right,
Word.
right.
This new episode of Mano's podcast is
See, make sure y'all go subscribe to Poetic Flacco. Poetic Flacco was talking about it. You heard? I got the premium on here, so I don't get no what you call it. I don't get no
gonna make academics crash out on Mano. Before the video even gets started, I
Hold
want to
on.
put
He
y'all.
promoting stuff. All right, here it goes. You see this, Smitty?
Yeah, I'm looking dead at it.
Check it out. Hold on.
And academics beef has been quiet for a while until Mano just finally woke it up during this podcast episode. So they were answering a question from a fan, about whether or not you have to work really hard in a new field, or if influence is enough, or do influence help them, transfer over to this new field of podcasting they're in.
You heard the question, right? Does influence transfer over to the podcasting? You heard?
Right.
Yeah, right. You see what the
You asking me what do I think about that?
Sonny Packs. No, I ain't asked you that, but they said this is where y'all outthink them and come with a different perspective for content. Facts. We definitely in two different lanes. He said they interviewed celebrities and stuff like that. He said
I
a bunch
agree
of
with
wild
that.
stuff.
I definitely agree with that, Sonny Pack.
Here we listen. So let's listen to hear the rest of this. We gonna go on from there. You heard, bro?
Mano took the opportunity to throw shots at academics and other influencers on YouTube.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
What's up, Spiz?
Do you have to earn respect and start a new career, or is influence enough? How y'all feel?
I mean, it's a bunch of hoe ass on YouTube, man. It's because what just happened?
What?
What just happened?
What happened with what?
We were having a civilized conversation, bro. Where we just went to?
I'm saying it's a bunch of hoe ass on YouTube crying about rappers and artists doing podcasts and angry about that. And I'm just like, it don't matter. We can do whatever we want to do. I'm never complaining about what another man do, his time and his effort.
He's talking about academics, obviously, but you could also.
I don't think he's talking about academics specifically, but that's his man, and that's Poetic Flacco's man. So that's like an alley-oop. This is what they do in YouTube. He's just saying that he's talking about academics. Mano ain't say nobody name. He could be talking about Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell been going back and forth with them, talking about rappers ain't gonna take his lane. Yo, what up? Yo, GT, what up? Salute. I ain't see you in a minute, bro. But so the dude Flacco, he's saying it's academics, but I don't really know about that. But what's your perspective on this, Smitty? Smitty moving
I
the mic.
mean,
Are you
I
here?
feel. Listen, at the end of the day, man, I feel like that brother know what it is, man. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody complaining. We done talked about Mano on here. We done talked about all y'all that sit up on that podcast. Ain't nobody complaining about what a man um is to do, with his time. You know what I mean? If he should jump on the podcast as a rapper, if he shouldn't. You feel what I'm saying? We really don't care. But what we do care about is when y'all hate and throw shade on dudes that, actually sat up and, countless nights to build their platforms. You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all come in this game, you know, and with a pass, basically with a free pass. You know what I mean? That's what it is, man. You know what I mean? Y'all can walk through the door, you know what I'm saying, and have access to things that brothers don't have access to. So don't look down and talk down on brothers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because we still salute brothers like that. You know what I'm saying? We still, we still tap in no matter what. No matter what we say up here about y'all, we still tap into y'all podcast. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we still check in. We still give y'all that like. We still give y'all that view. You feel what I'm saying? It's no hate. It's enough room for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine, you know what I mean, if them brothers did start sitting at the table with certain brothers. And to be truthful, man, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I just feel like it's New York.
Nah,
It's
I don't think it's not. It's not just New York.
it
A
is.
lot of people. I think it's some people be hating from all over. You got to remember, who just trying
Nah.
to go at you to get into your algorithm to eat off your content. Charleston White, he's major at that. Any big story, he's gonna go against the person in the story in America, violate them, violate their families as much as possible, as bad as he could, and then you're gonna be talking about how Charleston White violated this person's family, and now you in the algorithm. Hassan
But you
Campbell has
don't
been
but you
great at
don't
that.
see but you don't see Charleston White violating Sauce Walker.
East side
You
of
don't
town
see
salute.
Charleston White violating Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker's
He be
from
violating Jay
Texas.
Prince. They all from down there, same state. He be violating Jay Prince and them all the time. He be violating down there. He be violating.
I
You
mean,
know,
I'm just saying, like, he can't put no dent into Jay Prince. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm making excuses. You know what I'm saying? But it's just New York, man. New York is just the top haters, man. We don't want to see each other win. You understand?
but
A dude, come on, son. You got niggas from Harlem. Yeah, I done seen niggas from Harlem, B, right? Come outside, fresh to death. Another dude come outside flyer than him. He go upstage just to change, just to get flyer than him. Come on, B.
some dudes want to be the Flyers.
Exactly. That's how New York is, man. That's the
But that
mentality of
ain't
New
hate.
York.
That's motivation though. See, hate
That's
is when if son ain't go back upstairs and get dressed. Hate is when he's sideline talking about you. Son think he fly. He got them bum ass or Mary's on. Shit is fake. That's hate. It
what, but I'm saying why I can't be the fly boy of the day.
don't make a difference. If I can get flyer than you and I feel like going to change, then I can't. That's what I do. If
Yeah.
I'm on that type of timing, that might not be hate. I just might switched up. Some dudes go home and switch up. They'll be dressed one way in the daytime and come back later and get dressed and be going to do something else and be dressed different.
Yo, they said you created hood hopping.
I
They talking about me or they talking about you? Yo,
don't
cause
I don't know. I don't even care.
they said you created hood hopping. I created hood hopping.
Yeah, so you talking about there's somebody in there talking about F what we saying we bozos. So get off the eggplant. Get off the penis then. Get
Ah,
off our penises then.
oh, he said you, Smitty. Biz 2400. Hey, yo, Biz. Come
That's
on,
not hate.
son.
You're off the hook girls. That tell them that's not hate. Cause he wouldn't change. Hate is when a dude be like, he'll try to throw soul on your shit or say something about you. That's hate. You
Off
might have
the hook, girl. You're
if
off
you
the
got
hook,
fly,
girl.
you might have motivated me. You might have motivated me to get fly.
Listen, I'm not
I
going
know
to come
some dudes.
outside.
I know some dudes that get cars and they be like, yo, oh, you got that? All right, I'm going to get this. That ain't hate. That
Listen,
shit
I'm not going to
motivation.
come outside, right? I'm not going to come outside, meet my man, right? I got on, a little whatever. I got on a little sweatsuit with some Pradas. My son come on, he got the whole thing on, the Louis, everything. I'm not gonna run back upstairs to go put on something extra to try to get to try to top my man. That's crazy right there. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah, I'm pinning that message right there. Sonny Packs. He said, y'all the streets, and the streets always dictated the motion. Bullseye.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, man.
Bullseye.
I love the chat, man, cause y'all
Bullseye.
be talking all your y'all be talking that talk, man. I love the chat, man.
Yo, all
Love
right.
it.
Facts, bro. I messed with the chat. We got a good chat.
I love the chat, man. We got to do something for the chat, man. They be on tip, especially when we be really going in. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna be doing some content up here. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean?
Yo, so check it out. Let's go back in here and see. Let's see what Mano said.
Right. I mean, from reading the question, I would say influence works in a lot of ways. It could propel you to the top of anything if you have the right influence. And then on the flip side, sometimes you got to put your work in to get that respect. You need to excel in whatever line of work you in. Like things have changed. Before in the music, you had to pay your dues. That was putting your work in. And now it's not so much. In music? Yeah, I'm just saying. Oh, right, music. You know what I mean, so it's like kind of going off like the same. No, but I'm saying whole ass niggas has got a problem with artists and rappers doing podcasting. Is what I'm saying. Like they have a problem with that, as if it's a problem, and I don't understand what the problem is. Because they feel they created a lane for themselves, and they didn't know that we was going to invade this. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Yeah. Your lane is your lane. What you eat do not make nobody over here. I understand that. So, and in life, I feel like you still got to put in work for everything. Mhm. It don't matter. Facts. It doesn't matter what the industry is. You still got to work for yours. You still got to get up every day, do the work. Nobody gonna make things easier for you just because you you have a certain level of popularity, you still got to do a certain level of popularity can make it work easier.
Nah, I'm not jacking that. I'm
You
not
not hold
jacking
on.
that.
Jones tries to pivot
Hold
with
on.
a great question, but Mano just goes right back.
All right, go ahead.
All them dudes is gatekeepers, bro. Every
Nah,
last one of them
nah, no,
dudes,
they not.
bro.
I don't agree.
Oh, listen, you know
I
why?
don't agree.
All them dudes is gatekeepers.
I
Jim
don't agree.
Jones, Mano, Jada,
I don't
Fab.
agree.
Listen, you know why I say that? Because of the simple fact that, bro, listen,
That's not
if them
true.
dudes ain't want to make music with brothers in New York, the dudes that was at the bottom of the
Jada makes
barrel in New
music with
York and
everybody.
put dudes up at what?
Jada makes music with everybody. I
All
got
right, let's exclude Jada.
Jada is
Let's
a
exclude
salute to
Jada
Jada,
from
bro.
everybody.
He'll give the little guy a chance to get money. He'll get. I'm not see a lot of dudes with songs with Jada, bro. Some
Right.
songs like we don't even know. Jada is for the streets, bro. I give Jada's for the streets, bro.
All
I
right, so we
can't. I
go.
can't. I can't shit on Jada because I know Son is for the streets.
All
Son is
right,
for the
so we go
streets.
Jada.
He not a gatekeeper. Let me tell you why he's not a gatekeeper, bro. He got bread, but he never got the big deals. The gatekeepers, the dudes. Listen, understand this about this industry, bro. Before they give you 30 million, you're gonna be vetted. You're gonna be vetted, bro. You think they're gonna let just give anybody 30 million in this country, bro? You think they don't got people around? Why you think everybody go down in that industry when they try to do anything illegal, bro? That shit is already infiltrated and everybody's gonna tell on each other. See, Ti's bodyguard told on him. They might have bought the bodyguard, the company probably bought the bodyguard to watch him. Is everybody watching everybody in that industry, bro? You not getting no big check unless you vetted. Jada never got no big check. They was getting robbed by Puff. They had to go to the streets to get out a deal with Puff, bro. He not a gatekeeper, bro. Mano was not no gatekeeper. These dudes ain't got no money. I probably got more money than him, bro. And I ain't no shot. You see what I'm saying? We probably got more stuff than these dudes. It looked good because they got stuff and they getting stuff. People give them stuff. But a lot of these dudes ain't got no money. Why you think they chasing a bag on the internet right now, bro? You ain't got to chase nothing. Fat Joe is the total different. Fat Joe is a gatekeeper. You see what Tony Yayo said? They try to block him. You see what Uncle Murder said? They ain't no gatekeepers, bro. They getting their money. They got in. They getting their bread. You know what I'm saying? They had to fight their way in. They ain't
So
no
we might. All
gatekeepers,
right.
bro.
So we might. All right. So let's exclude Jada. All right. You said since you so high off of Jada, I jack Jada. Right. He been in the streets. He been doing shit for the streets, helping dudes out in the streets. All right. Cool. But what about the other dudes? Mano, Jim Jones, and Fat
I just
Joe, and
showed you how
these
he's not
dudes
a.
that know their careers is over. You
They don't
understand
got
what I'm
no
saying?
money. You gotta have money to be a gatekeeper, bro. They don't got. And don't get me wrong, they got connections. They got connections, but and that's why they got the podcast they did because they got. And don't get me wrong, with them four coming together, you know it's gonna be a powerful voice because they already had a lot of followers on their own. So coming together is only gonna bring their following together. And the big followers that they already had in hip hop, they can bring them to the podcasting. They already got followers, bro. But they're not gatekeepers. These
Dudes be
dudes,
saying dudes is broke.
bro, listen. Why you think they chasing this bag like this, bro? Why you think that? If you getting some money somewhere else, like right now, if you get money somewhere else and you ain't got to worry about it, then you wouldn't even be. You don't see Hove over here. You don't see certain dudes over trying to do podcasting because they got the bag. They might invest in somebody else. A gatekeeper, bro, is a person that have power and influence and that can get you in the door. Them dudes can't get dudes in. They can't get themselves in the door, bro. They can't get themselves the bag. How you gonna stop me from getting the bag and you can't get yourself the bag, bro? Dudes is getting evicted. Them dudes is losing houses, bro. They lose. How you losing shit and you a gatekeeper, bro? Foreclosure. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. You see IFC that Jim Jones had? That Jim Jones got? You heard me?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Yo, you see that podcast You see the building, the warehouse that Jim Jones had?
Yeah.
I knew his money was funny. Me and my wife talked about it. Bro, you know how quick that stuff could have been, all that stuff? Remember when he this is months ago, he said, I'm gonna do this here, I'm gonna do that here. He in there with a hammer, he's in there working. That means he can't pay for somebody to come in and do that shit tomorrow. That shit'll be done in a week, bro, if he had the money. Yo, listen, I need this done, that done, that done. They would have been in there 30 deep and they had that shit done, bro. That shit is not no work. That shit is light work, bro. If you got the bag, if you got how much? Yo, I need this shit done. What's the turnaround? Well, we can have this done for you in 2 weeks. That shit ain't no work that he's talking about. Painting to put TVs up to do that type of stuff in a podcast. I'm gonna have this here. I'm gonna have that here, bro. What you think? That shit don't cost no money, bro.
3 days.
You hit my wife 3 days. When we want shit done, bro. When you got a bag and you want some shit done, bro. That shit gonna be done like this. You ain't gotta pick up no hammer and nails if you got the bag. Nah, go do this, go do that. I just got some stuff done. I was telling you about. I was telling you about it yesterday. I got some stuff done, bro. I wasn't nowhere around. I got somebody to go do it. I had to, and you know, one of my cribs. Yo, here, hold this. Take this. I need you to take care of this, that, and the third. Hi, when you want you done tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. Where they was at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Calling us from their drive.
And what they do? And what they do?
Got it done by 11.
And they got it done by 11. Because that's what money do in America, bro.
I'm not disputing that, bro.
So you cannot be a gatekeeper if you broke, bro. You cannot be a gatekeeper, bro.
I'm not disputing none of that. I'm not disputing none of that. His celebrity has more influence than a lot of it has advantage over a lot of dudes on these podcasts, period. You understand what I'm saying? When they talk, a lot of dudes is gonna go off of their word more than a lot of dudes that's talking in the dirty sector. You understand what I'm saying? So when they talk down and they come in here and they talk about this and they talk about that and they talk about dudes over here, you understand what I'm saying? Like they got millions of views over there. You understand? I mean, the average person besides Zip with the Drip, all right, if you want to call dudes in the sectors, us, what's the numbers TV, China and them that's still making, Hassan Campbell, Mac Mean, Harlem Legend. You understand what I'm saying? Call Outs TV, the dudes that was around, you know what I'm saying, that was, making content and stuff like that. Bullets Gotti, I think he's still moving around, right? The handful of dudes that's still making content. What's the average What's the average views on a video?
I don't know what kind of videos. What
What's
kind
the
of videos?
average views? Ain't nobody getting no 100Ks, 200,
And that's
300K.
why I'm telling you they broke. And that's why I'm telling you them
I'm talking
three.
about in the dirty sector. Talking about in the dirty sector. I'm saying dudes ain't getting those type of views. So the influences, it's not going as much. It's not inside the. Excuse me. The message is not getting out to the people like it is with them rapper dudes and them celebrities. You get what I'm saying? Like, so they do have an advantage.
They have an advantage. Don't get me wrong. They have an advantage on the average dude building a podcast. Matter of fact, let's check this out. Let's check some more of this out. We're gonna come right back. Let's see what Paul William Flacco got to say. Because he's talking about some of the things that we're talking about right now.
To talk about academics and other YouTubers.
Hold on. And look at my beautiful cat sitting on my printer box. Ronan.
They definitely got a following. You know what I'm saying? They got a following. They got millions of viewers. You know what I'm saying? Half a million of people watching them. You know what I'm saying? Where dudes in the dirty sector is getting 3,000 average. You know what I'm saying? A day. Some content creators getting 4,000 or 5,000. You know what I'm saying? Like probably with a stronger message.
Yo, bro, this don't cause nothing, bro. Like, I'm in my own little studio over here. I got shit over here. I be doing my writing, my books and stuff right here. I got other screens. I got other screens over here. That shit. If you got bread, you could get what you want, bro. You can get all this shit. This money, no money, bro. That shit ain't nothing. It's
I'm not
nothing to get.
disputing the
It's
what's the
nothing.
name, bro.
That's why I'm telling you not a gatekeeper is stopping you from getting money. A gatekeeper can open a door for you to get bread. If you cannot open a door for me to get no money, then you're not a gatekeeper. If you can't stop me from getting money, or if you can't help me to get no money, then you're not a gatekeeper. They can't help themselves to get the bag. So they definitely not a gatekeeper, bro. They made their little move. They trying to make money and they trying to get the money now, bro. They is not no gatekeepers, bro. They had to go to other people for deals. They had to go to regular rappers. They going to other rappers for deals. They went to Hove. Fat Joe ain't go to them. Fat Joe he went to Universal. The execs gave him a bag. Once Universal give you 20 or 30 million, you a made man in America. That's the difference, bro. Understand that? I'm telling you, I was in the industry. I know that shit, and I ain't saying everything up here that I know. I'm just saying what I could say. But like I said, you see what I'm saying? Like I said, because like I said, you know how I feel. I don't think everything is for the internet. But a gatekeeper is a person that got the bag and got the connections, bro. If you can't open a door for me to get money, then you're not no gatekeeper, bro. You're not a gatekeeper, bro. Them dudes is not gatekeepers, bro. They dissing everybody, they doing everything, and they chasing all kind of clout, just like everybody in the dirty section to get some views, bro. Them dudes is not that, bro. Them dudes is not that, bro.
Who are hating on them. Yo, I don't know not one YouTuber hating on this podcast. They don't hate now, they don't respect y'all, but they don't hate y'all. And they don't respect y'all for the same reason that I'm sure y'all don't respect, let's say, the mumble rappers. Right? Yeah, we all work hard, but the level of difficulty is a little different. Like if you're a Mano, you're a Jim Jones, you're a Fabulous, you're Davies, and you start a podcast, and on day one, you got a backer and a funder, and somebody funded the entire thing, and they're paying for your employees, they're paying for your editors, they're paying for people to disseminate the information.
Yo, I'll be right back, bro.
They're paying for studios, they're paying for everything, and all you got to do is just show up on a podcast. That's a little different than the kid who grew up in an urban city and he only got his computer and himself, and he got to find a way to get internet fame, and he got to grind really, really, really hard to hit 1,000 subscribers, and then grind really, really, really hard to hit 10,000, and then after 2 or 3 years of grinding, he hits 100,000. That kid won't have the same level of respect for you that he will have for his peers, who he know had to grind just as hard as him. He knows his peers went through the same thing as him. That kid, yeah, won't have the same level of respect for you guys that they have for their peers, but that's okay, right? That's not hating, right? It's okay, right? And that kid also have a right to say, you know what? I don't like how arrogant you guys are in this space. I don't like how y'all are still in this space, sticking your nose up at every.
I like Poetic Flacco. He got some good content. I don't agree with all the stuff he be saying because he be wilding sometimes, but he got good content. He got good perspective. You know what I mean? I'll be messing with Poetic Flacco. But that's how it is, man. These dudes is not no gate. Fat Joe is a certified gatekeeper. So when he comes out here and he do certain things, then you really gotta watch him. I seen Harlem Legend TV do a good show on Fat Joe and him hating and him going at dudes. Did he blicking channels? I think he had got Hassan Campbell demonetized one time before. You see what I'm saying? But once a major music label give you 10 million, 20 million, or 30 million, you a made man in America. You've been vetted. They know who you are. They know what you about. They know what you up to. They know you with the program that they trying to push. Number one. They know you want to push the agenda that they wanted to push. I told y'all before, hip hop was a 50-year program. 50 years on a dot, they shut hip hop down. They moved it to social media. They thinking the powers that be, why you think there's no major black music distribution label? Why you think there is none? Jay Prince, Suge Knight, and Irv Gotti tried to start the only black one, and they shut them down. They put a federal case on Irv Gotti. They tried to tie him in with Preem, which they know was a lie. He beat the case. Jay Prince, they tried to case him up. I heard they was chasing him around, and they threw Suge Knight in jail at that same time. They shut that shit down. All these billionaires in the industry, all these black billionaires, nobody never tried to get, why Jay-Z, why Puff never tried to get, because they know once they would have tried to get a major distribution company, a major Mr. Dude, without the backing of the European, they would have shut them down too. They would have shut Puff down. They'd have shut Hove down. That money they got now, that should have been gone. That should have been gone. They don't want no black Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby caught them cases. Bill Cosby caught them cases when he tried to buy CBS or NBC. I think it was NBC. He tried to buy NBC. After that, all that stuff came out on him, and they took his ass to jail because they know once you control any major media outlet, then you got power to disseminate information. They don't want no black people controlling that shit. They want black people to be subservient. You can come up under us. You can get money with us. You can get money under us. But nah, you can't be that. You can't be that. This our shit. That's it. You could be under. You can get money under us. You can mess with us because we know all this stuff about you. Yeah, we know. We know what you did. We know this. And if you don't want this shit to come out, you'll shut your ass up. You get in line. Come to these nasty parties. Do some of this nasty shit we doing. And you'll shut your ass up and sit over there and live a good life, and your family will be good. That's how it is in America, you heard? That's the facts in America. Where is that? Why nobody made a major music BMI, all these companies that own the Def Jams, that own the Bad Boys, that own the Rock Nations. Why they ain't say, yo, listen, we're gonna get together, and we gonna get money and we gonna make up our own major distribution. Why we ain't hear that again since Jay Prince? Why we ain't hear that again since for 20 years we haven't heard that? Right now we got the most black billionaires and millionaires that ever happened. I think in the world, might be in the world. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to cap. But I know right now, those guys in that industry got enough money to do that. Why haven't they done it? Hustlers. We got some of the greatest hustlers that came out the hood, getting money dudes. Why haven't they done it? Why haven't they broke away from the crutch of the European? I'm just being honest. Why haven't they built their own shit? They got other companies under them. Why they ain't man up and be the bosses that they are? Why not? Because they know they'll get shut down. They know they'll get shut down. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of different industries in this world. It's a lot of different industries in this world. It's a lot of places to get money. You know what I'm saying? Just get your money. But just understand what's going on around you. And they only gonna let you go but so high. Like um Sonny Pack said earlier in the show. Or I think that was Leonardo Griffith or one of the brothers or sisters. He said, or she, I want you to do good, but I don't want you to do better than me. You doing great as long as you under me. As long as you getting this bag with me, I'm making this money off you, you great. You the man. Soon as you try to outshine me, 40 loads of power. Don't outshine the master. Soon as you try to outshine the master, all them little tapes, freak offs. Next thing you know, you be in jail, you heard? Like P. Diddy, looking for a pardon, you heard? Straight up. Right. Right, Thomas Green. They go against that system. They try to go against that. It's over. Your truth, my opinion. That's facts. That's the gatekeepers giving these dudes hundreds of millions of dollars to podcasts. That's the gatekeepers. That's the gatekeepers. A gatekeeper could get you a bag or stop your bag. A gatekeeper got the bag. If I can get somebody else a bag, then I gotta have the bag. Can't be broke and be a gatekeeper. There is no broke gatekeepers. Don't think if you see somebody gatekeeper and they're broke, they're not a gatekeeper. They're not a gatekeeper. Don't believe it. They're not a gatekeeper. Know what I mean? But this is a good one, man. I'm gonna tap back in with y'all later. I got some important things to talk about. I'll be dropping a video probably later on today. Um, Stay tuned. Make sure y'all go subscribe to A Lot Going On TV, my brother Smitty's channel, um, and the Hood Love Network. Mikey B at Mikey B. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? At Mikey B, I'm just being honest. That's my other channel. That's where I will be at. Um, that's where I'll be at. That's what I'll be doing. So make sure y'all go tap into that. I'll be dropping some videos. Ain't no videos over there right now. So if you go over there and you don't see videos, um, that's only because I haven't put any update as of yet. Word up. But I'm gonna show y'all the channel real quick. I'm gonna show y'all the channel real quick so y'all can see that. This is the channel right here. Hood Love Network. Mikey B just being honest. There's 5 subscribers over there. Go run it up for me. Go run it up. I'll be able to drop some videos this week. I'm gonna start this week. Probably today I'm gonna drop some videos over there. So be the first ones to subscribe. Be the first ones to get over there. Run it up. You know what I mean? We about to go over there and run it up, you heard? But salute, this is a great, appreciate all of y'all in the chat coming back with that, good information, sharing information. That's what we do here at Hood Love. We have good conversations. That's what we do. We have real conversations, not that fake stuff. Only real stuff here. That's what we do. Real conversations about whatever we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Say bye to Ronan. Ronan's over here looking. Ronan. What you looking at, Ronan? He looked away. You keep looking away when I put the camera on him. He's a sucker. Yo, Ronan. Ronan. that was a kiss too. When cats wink at you like that, when cats wink at you like that, that's a hug, you heard? But yeah, you already know it's Mr. Hood Love Mikey B. It's Hood Love TV, where you live, love, and learn. My co-host Smitty, a lot going on TV, you heard? And when we get together, it's a lot going on in the Hood TV, you heard? So y'all already know what it is. Salute, man. Stay tapped in. We ain't going nowhere. They ain't stopping us. Follow me on Instagram at Mikey B the author. I got some new books coming out. I got some new books coming out right now as well. I'm setting up the podcast. I'm renting a spot right now. So y'all about to see me in podcasting out of a spot. I'll be bringing guests in. That's where I'm going with this. That's where this is going. That's what Hood Love is going to. So, get ready for that. I'll be having a lot of different guests. I got people lined up already. And we gonna go from there. You heard? You already know what it is. Salute, man. To the next one.